Hello everyone and welcome back. This is game number 2 of the Losers Round 5 matchup between Ta and Belle. We're here at, surprise surprise, Aboke Gorge. One of my favorite maps in the game, and first time this has been chosen in this tournament. I better get talking about the armies because it's very interesting here. What we see from Belle, all that cavalry on the other side of the hill over there. A couple Yari Ashigara. Oh, we saw a few things flicker. And oh, we're going to go back here as the cavalry has gone in retreat, sensing something wrong. And there's quite a few Kisho Ninja back here for Belle. He's going to try and get a big pincer attack off. The cavalry has managed to catch it. We'll see if they can win back there. Blinding grenades go down with the one Kisho Ninja up here at the front. And Belle's in danger here. If she loses those ninjas there, she's going to lose a lot of firepower. And I don't think the cavalry will be able to carry this by themselves. Even a few spear units here for Ta will be able to do a huge amount of damage against that cavalry. But they're trying to flank. Light cavalry going around over there. There are two great guard that Belle has, but it's mostly light cavalry. Let's go check on what's happening back here. Yeah, it seems to be a pretty fair fight. One of the Kisho Ninjas is routed, but a lot of the cavalry is going to get routed as well. 3 units wavering right now out of the original 5. And the Kisho Ninja's still in pretty good shape. That one's at full strength, 41, 30, out of a maximum of 45. So the Kisho Ninjas there are in pretty good shape still. That'll be dangerous as Ta has fended off this first attack here, and unfortunately the blinding grenades will go to waste as there's not any real battle going on right here. Belle also had a Yari Ashigaru over here. There they are. Looks like she's going to try and capture these buildings on this side of the map while the Kisho Ninjas close ground. They are moving now towards the infantry. The one great guard here is putting up a heck of a fight and routes that one Kisho Ninja. Looks like the light cavalry is coming to help, but it might be a little bit of a mistake. The great guard will probably be able to beat those 2 units of light cavalry. I'm putting my money on it, even though they are at half strength, so I guess it could go either way. Light cavalry is now in position here. These matchlocks can be very dangerous, as Ta brought 2 of them. Of course, we all know matchlocks are very devastating against cavalry, at least until they close that distance. Ta's putting up a little position here in the forest, a good place to put it, as it will help nullify the explosive bombs and the cavalry damage. So best to sit in the forest and sort of wait this one out as Belle, the onus is on her to attack. Kisho Ninjas are hurt, but not terribly. I think the worst one here is at 25 men, but the rest are around 40. So still in good shape. We look over here, some cavalry is engaged, Naginata monks, and ooh, that's going to be bad. They're going to get caught. And quite a few of them killed, down to 33 men. More cavalry coming in, the general for Belle. We'll check back on the great guard here, 12 men and wavering. Light cavalry is at 20. We'll see which one blinks first and routes. And it's going to be the great guard, so the light cavalry is still in this fight for Belle. Just got another one sitting over here. Line for Ta has now moved down onto the river to try and capture the shrine, which would be very important as this army for Belle relies entirely on morale shocks to win. She's going to swarm those spear units over here, and it's going to rout one of them. Naginata monks is still in play, and it's going to be very dangerous because if her cavalry waits in melee too long, the monks can do a lot of damage, but they are wavering. Now back to steady though, so it's actually very dangerous for Belle to devote that much cavalry in there. These monks, these spear units can do a lot of damage in a hurry. But her numbers seem to be doing okay. One light cavalry at 20, 28. Ta's actually putting himself in a pretty strong position here with all these rivers around him. If he gets on this island, it'll really slow down any units that try and move in to attack. These Kisho Ninjas will have to eventually. Look at this, these monks are holding strong and might just rout this light cavalry. One at 15, one at 23, there's 44. Yari Ashigaru's at half strength, but probably only there just to capture buildings. General 24, Great Guard at 54. That monk is wavering. We'll see if this will finally get them off the map. But oh, she's going to be very careful because a matchlock is creeping up on her. If the matchlocks start getting shots into this cavalry mob, it very well be the end of the battle. Light cavalry seem to be trying to ford the river, maybe just getting a charge off on these exposed spears, but with the water there, it's not going to be great, though they are down to about 70 men, so probably pretty decent there. Or Great Guard there, down to 46, and the monk has routed, so back to just this infantry column here in the middle of the water. Matchlocks are actually forming up on the beach on the other side, maybe guarding against the Kisho Ninja, which we don't know. They're all there. We see 2 that are exposed right now. None of the others are, though, so we don't know where they are. Oh, I take that back. There is one right up here. Has managed to sneak up on the Yari Ashigaru and will be tying them down. But again, every unit that Belle loses is absolutely huge. She needs as many as she can because her just army's not very big on numbers. So every unit she loses, I mean, Todd's men are a lot more expendable, I think, and they just have to hold out because all these units are susceptible to getting swarmed and cut down. And that's exactly what Todd can do here on the river. And he has the shrine too, which is huge. That building could very well save him in this fight. Light cavalry trying to make it across the river. The charge kills one man. Oh, nice charge there from the light cavalry, actually making good use of the wedge formation, hitting this unit on the side so they go right through and actually charge quite a few units. Kishu ninjas have now entered the battle. It will be up to the cavalry to get some big charges off here, or it'll be game over. Because Ta's actually pretty disorganized at this point, or at least fairly spread out, you could say. And so there are a lot of opportunities for the cavalry to come in and hit this army from different sides and try and get some routes going. Hold Firm is activated, Rally is activated, Banzai is activated. Ta is dug in and ready to fight this one out. The general is going in to stand and fight. Katana Samurai doing quite well over here against the Yari Ashigaru. Hopefully a spear wall. Belle's general also is a stand and fight. I might actually keep my general mounted in this situation and try and get some charges off, because those shock tactics are what you're going to need to win. Oh, the Kishu Ninja line is starting to fade now. Katana Samurai doing their job and cutting those ninjas down, just getting swarmed and just not having the numbers to really win that battle. I think she really needed to have that cavalry hit with good timing and go more or less simultaneously with the infantry attack, but wasn't able to get through. And so it looks like Ta is going to get the win here. Very, very gutsy strategy by Belle. She loves that sort of thing, but it's not going to be enough in this battle. She does the sword dojo though, but a little late to make a difference. Now just having a few cavalry units left. The general, 1-2 cavalry units, and a Yari Ashigaru in spear wall. Also a unit way up here. This might be some slight corruption, as the replays, you know, are a list of movements and not an actual video of the battle. So it could actually be a little bit of slight corruption when they actually did wrap. I don't think Belle is the type to completely lose track of a unit like that over the course of the battle. General's now mounted up for Belle, but it's going to be more of a last stand, because with even one spear unit left, this Yari Ashigaru, that could just plain be enough to win it. Kishu Ninja coming back and joining the fights, and the matchlock unit as well, sitting off over there. Might get this matchlock Ashigaru routed to 14 men. There they go. So small victories here. Here comes some big bombs from the Kishu Ninjas. Causes a rout right there, so Belle is not out of this yet, but is not looking good for sure. General's dismounted again for Belle. Maybe just making a last stand. Actually, those were blinding grenades too, so not going to be great as it hits a lot of her units as well. Yari Ashigaru are coming in. This Great Guard is going to try and make a difference, but the matchlocks are now firing, and they're going to be able to shoot right into this Great Guard. The only way to make this work is if she kills the general, gets really lucky here, because the next volley of that matchlocks unit is going to go right into that Great Guard and probably obliterate it. There's only a 16 men, and the matchlock has 58. Again, a pretty close battle here, but Ta was again in a very good position to win this, and you just saw that ninja attack coming 100%. And there it is. Ta gets the win, wins 2-0, moves on to the losers round bracket. I'll see you back in the main menu. So there you have it. Ta takes the series 2-0 against Belle in a very well fought series there by Ta, I thought. And as we saw in both games, it was really, I think, his macro play that won that. And both times he set himself up in a very good position to win, had a strategy in mind, at least in the first one, and carried it out quite well. Like I said a few times before, your macro is good enough, your micro often takes care of itself. And we didn't see any like fantastic displays of micro that, you know, people usually love to see, and it's usually the classic barometer of skill. But he didn't really need to, as he had that surround going in the first game. I think Belle made a big mistake by losing her cavalry early like that. It really just set her up for getting flanked like that. She lost a lot of mobility, and being so compact like she was, it really set her up for that flank. So, and even in the second one, I think Ta definitely watched the film on Belle and knew what she was going to do. At least after seeing all that cavalry on the other side of the river, thought, I don't see any infantry, they're ninjas, and immediately sent his cavalry back there to find it. Ended up being pretty lucky, at least for him, and wasn't so lucky for Belle, as it was a big hit to her ninjas early. And then even later, setting up on that island, getting the shrine, he probably knew that he could outlast her in a melee fight, as she just didn't have very many bodies on her side of the field. and him having the Katana Samurai and said she could probably cut through him well enough. It's just the morale shock she needed to guard against. So getting the Shrine was a great choice, and also being across the rivers to slow down cavalry was huge as well. So congratulations to Ta. I'm sad to see Belle go. She's always a very inventive and fun player to watch. She's given us some great moments throughout this tournament. Sadly, she'll be making her exit at the hands of Ta in losers round 5. Very sad to see her go, but Ta did very well and definitely deserves to move on. So we'll see him in the next match, and I hope to see you there. Thanks for watching, everyone.